Previously on the other dungeon, the demon ship crew stocked up on Godflesh and left the Titan Island behind and charted a convoluted course back to New Dorp. But after a few days of travel, Karam came to his senses and refused Captain Bekefo's order to sacrifice Avish Kanyan to the demon engine. And after his allies murdered a few anyway, Karam decided to sacrifice himself, instead of allowing these murders to continue under his watch, and Eriku was compelled to follow him in, and soon a smaller group were all inside the belly of the demon ship. And now, the other dungeon continues.
As the guy starts to burn alive, he starts having second guesses about his decision. And you can tell he starts wanting to try and leave, but now you guys are blocking his path. He's like, ow, ow, ow. I want to leave. I changed my mind.
You're just amazing. I'm just like, say my name to the Mish Kanyan. Like over and over and over.
I'm going to my dagger into Karam.
To do that, you also have to climb into the furnace.
Yeah, I do that.
No, she stabbed you earlier when you were at the door, then you backed up to get that guy that got thrown in.
Furnace a little bit more, and I take my dagger deeper. As I push my dagger deeper into Karam, I'm like, is this what you want? And I start talking to him for a second, but then we all realize I'm talking to my fucked up goddess, and I roll diligence to try and become a demon.
You also have to roll the attack on Karam, but...
I stab him with a 15.
You get a reflex save, Karam, for half damage if you like.
15.
Damage?
Yeah, I have 15 damage to you.
I rolled a 19 reflex.
If your 19 is higher than Eriku's dex total, you can take half of what she told you.
My dex total is 20.
One below.
Yeah, so you take full damage, unfortunately. Alright, so Karam is now unconscious in the fire.
I just lay down in the fire next to him. This is the most, dramatic way we could go out.
Alright, Eriku lays down in the fire next to her dying friend. Bekefo, do you do anything? You're immune to fire, so none of this affects you at all, so...
Yeah, I'm just like, what? Like that, both of them, and then I just pick both of them up, one with each hand, and walk out of the furnace with them.
Roll me a strength check.
Fire? Right now?
This is a pretty epic thing.
It's a very epic way.
Alright.
I stabbed
I guess I am evil. Hold on.
You are evil, and this is like... This is 4 souls, so this would hold your appetite for a long time, and the paladin soul especially. You are hundreds of years old. You've seen plenty of people die. In the grand scheme of things, you've only known these people for a short period of time.
So can I pick them up in each hand? Am I big enough to do that?
You have to roll a strength check, but knowing your strength, you might only be able to pick up one of them at a time, because I know you're...
I would like to crouch down and look at them, and then I would like to look back at Erog outside.
I'm still just gazing into the furnace.
I'm gonna be like next up, Erog. Stop. No, I don't want you to leave. I don't want you to leave. I lied. And then I look at the guard, and I'm like, go get me more sauce.
Alright, the guard will leave his post to go get the captain more sauce.
I just kiss Peppo on the corpse mouth.
I paced it back a little bit. My first corpse mouth.
Because my goddess would also want me upon this as I die. I'm making out a little bit.
I really like it. I'm gonna look at Karam while we're doing this. I'm gonna scalp Karam.
Alright, you cut the top of Karam's head off.
Can I just take the head?
Yeah, take whatever you want.
Around
Yeah,
the
just
skull.
the hair.
Take
Take all of Karam's hair.
Ooh, that's gonna add to
May
it.
you shit on your burning flames of orgasmic desire. Yeah, and I write that from her forehead going down her body.
You scratch into her flesh.
No, on you.
On me? Yeah, bless me all evil like. You are for real evil too, so.
And then I walk out.
That's some good shit.
And I go back to just hold Erog, and I spit Karam's hair out of my mouth. And I hold it.
Alright, you leave the furnace, the door slams behind you.
That's funny.
Your 2 friends burn to death and feed you. You now devour their bodies and their souls in the body of your demon ship. You can either make a new character or try to play as the soul of the character that has died. That's your choice.
You both get 12,305 experience points.
Your souls are devoured by this demon ship. Usually upon death, your soul would ascend up into purgatory, but currently it does not, but you become a petitioner in hell. Aram, you're now looking down your body. Your soul appears very similar to your mortal form, except it also has a golden halo, and you now have feathered wings. You now also gain a fly speed equal to your normal base speed, so you can now fly 30 feet per turn as you wish. So you rise up out of the flames. You're now flying above the flames. They can still hurt you, but right now you're above them, so they can't hurt you while you're flying. As an elect, as a heavenly good petitioner, roll me a knowledge religion, Karam.
16.
Are you enough of your own doctrine that now that you've died and become this immortal soul, you feel the need to do heavenly tasks to aid others? You know that you've been elected to do good, you're a do-gooder. You can do this, your situation can be raised even higher. You might change form into a more evolved being. So right now you're just a spirit with wings, but you become a more powerful creature if you aid others and do good. And then rising up out of the body next to yours, soul of your good friend Erica, who died beside you, died with you, alongside you, because she cared so much about you. You rise as one of the Shapeless. Similar to your basic form, the shape you used to have, except now it sort of wavers and shimmers, as if you were a ghost, sort of a dissolving away. You know also that you can transform if you level up, basically the same way you would have leveled up normally. But you can also evolve. You have an incorporeal subtype, so you are like a ghost. You can pass through solid objects. The flames can't touch you right now. You are like a ghost. And the advantage is gained by being incorporeal. So you can now float. You can walk through objects, items there.
I can fly?
You can float. Karam can fly. You can sort of float. You have to move upward or downward. You have to will yourself, whereas Karam can just fly with her wings. For you to go upward, you have to roll a concentration check to will yourself to, like, hover up or hover down. But otherwise, as far as moving forward like you normally would walk, you can walk straight through walls and stuff like that easily. But to float, you have to roll either a fly check or a concentration check. So now you see this shapeless soul rising out of your friend's body. You guys are here amidst the flames of this hell, which besides the door you just came through.
I was like, woo!
I'm also like, woo!
Aren't you outside again there, Bakefo?
Oh, I'm outside. Oh, yeah, I am. Just kidding. I'm still hugging Aaron, crying.
Am I in hell now, or am I like on their plane?
You are on a hell.
I'm in a hell.
You are in a hell with Karam, surrounded by
Alright.
flames. Flames in every direction. The only portal you see is the one by your dead bodies. It looks like that furnace door, that opening, looks like a butthole now that you're out here in this hell. So you see what looks like a sphincter, and it seems closed tight right now.
I poked the butthole.
Yeah, it's squeezed tight from the inside. It doesn't open.
Alright.
I know that's a
Tight butthole.
I'm just sobbing to Arog about our friends. You still want to get their weapons?
I know they have a couple valuable items on their corpses. Like
We're like crying and talking about their valuables.
We're crying and then debating whether or not you should loot them before all their stuff burns up.
Yeah. I think we should just grab their packs out.
Can we
there real
jump
quick.
in?
You can open the furnace door.
Open the door to loot that body! I opened the door.
You guys, your spirits now, they're hovering above the cafe. You can watch her now. She's just come in the furnace. She's like climbs through the butthole, which like opens up for her. She like climbs through the opening butthole, and grabs your stuff. The butthole's like it's got a gaping butthole right now.
As you climb the butthole, I spit a ghost loopy on you. So that's the first evil thing I'm gonna do.
We're gonna loot them. What do y'all have on
Just
your
grab the bags out.
You grab their bags. All right, then you leave through the butthole.
Now we get to see all the weird things I've been collecting.
Slowly exit the butthole.
All right, as Bakefo leaves through the gaping butthole, do you follow or do you guys remain in this hell?
Yeah, I'm not saying it. I'm gonna go
the
fuck
butthole.
y'all.
To the
I get so
butthole.
fucked up y'all with a rocket ship. And I'm just I get to float, I get to possess people. How do I figure out how to kill people?
I mean, same way you would normally kill people. It's just hard because you're incorporeal. You're like you can't touch them.
Oh my god, there's so many bodies.
All right, so Eriku, your soul leaves through the butthole, but Karam's soul remains behind in hell.
No one can see me?
You're like a ghost. Some people like think they saw you, but not like then you won't be there. You'd be like a shimmer.
I'm gonna come like haunt everyone. I can haunt, like,
Yeah, you can now haunt the ship.
okay, I'm gonna haunt. Oh!
In the northeastern edge of the Donks, in the co-op area, farmland, family land with simple living, near where the Hunters Guild is, we meet our new friend Sin.
Short little rat hole. Usually we travel in big packs, but I'm a loner. Except for me and my Bessie here. My camel. I like to tinker and fix things. I prefer shiny things over gold. Well, gold's cool too, but I'd rather trade it for something shiny.
So you were raised here in this part of town, homeschooled, although you were a loner rat. You were homeschooled by one of the farm families, but then as you became of age, you kind of went off on your own. You got this camel that carries all your stuff. You pretty much live on the road. You don't have a home of your own. But you're able to camp out on a lot of the farms, do a lot of your relationships out here. And you make money doing hunting for the Hunters Guild. You are a member of the Hunters Guild here in town. So you do a lot of vermin and pest removal for people in the farms and in the high east and the northland, anyone that needs your service. So you're just going about your daily life right now. You're free to stop by the Hunters Guild and look for a bounty or go to any other part of town you like. You're pretty familiar with the Donks. You've been all over.
Oh, by the way, I like to travel around and public places and kind of like guys. A lot of people don't react very well to rats, but
They're mostly used as labor on the farms. None of them, even though the co-op is a cooperative farming movement, the rat folk are definitely in the lowest rung of that ladder.
okay, yeah, I want to look for a new bounty.
So you head to the Hunters Guild and check out the bounty board. There are plenty of vermin removal contracts on the board. Some here in the co-op, which don't usually pay that well. They're usually pretty easy. There's also one in the High East. That's the wealthy district. You're probably going to pay a lot more for that one. No telling what it is, though. There's also one in the shopping district, in the western end of the shopping district. It's a large animal removal, so it looks like the pay will be decent. It's the market district. So probably the ones in the co-op where you already are, the farmland. Those are probably the easiest ones to deal with.
Okay, I'll do that then.
You pull one of the bounties and you go to the farm. Listed on the bounty sheet, roll a knowledge local or geography to find the farm.
19.
You're able to find the farm and talk to the farmer if you like. He's got a goblin snake problem.
Got a snake problem?
A goblin snake problem. There's a nest of goblin snakes on his property.
Can I roll to see what I know about goblin snake? About knowledge nature? 7.
You don't know a lot about them with knowledge nature roll because you know while they are somewhat akin to snakes, they're an aberration. They're somehow crossed with, maybe not goblins, but have a goblin-like head. Something non-natural about them. Probably had to deal with them before, but you don't know much about them in the way of animals. Arcana or planes, you might know a little more.
18.
They swim, have decent perception, they can track you by scent, approach them upwind. You know they have disgusting breath. The other snakes empathize with them, so they can sometimes have other snakes aid them. Although this farmer didn't mention a problem with any other snakes, just a nest of these. But you know they're cruel, but they're also lazy, like easy meals. So you might be able to bait them with something easy. They eat almost anything, but especially fresh meat. Alright, so you're going to do a perception or a survival check to track these things down.
Perception. 8.
It's nighttime. Lindsay has a problem about them, so he leads you out to the rice paddies. You'd have to wade about knee deep in this rice water, and you don't see or hear anything of them when you first wade in the water.
I asked him, the farmer dude, if they sees them in a particular area on the farm. Like, where's their favorite
Because they're nesting somewhere in this paddy. He usually sees them towards the south side of the paddies.
I told him I can handle it, and he should probably go back to his farmhouse duty and watch my camel Bessie.
He'll lead your camel back to his farmhouse and tie it up and wait for news from you.
Put my tail blade onto my tail, ready my claws. I kind of get low to the ground, and then I kind of sniff around, and I want to see if I can get a hint of
Alright, it's perception.
15.
You definitely get the whiff of goblin breath south of you. It stinks down there.
So south.
You head towards the stinky breath smells.
Yeah, I don't believe.
Alright, roll stealth.
12.
Alright, I got a 16 perception, so it's time to roll for initiative.
Woo!
I got 21 initiative.
14.
7 goblin head snakes come rushing out of the water at you.
Oh shit!
First of all, I need you to make a fortitude save as one of them belches.
16.
Alright, you're good. You are not sickened by the goblin breath. Being a rat folk, you've smelled some nasty things before. Some other guys are going to try to attack. I got a 16 versus your AC. Alright, that's a match. You can do a reflex save.
21.
Alright, so instead of 4 damage, you'll take 2 as one of them bites you.
Okay, I'm at 1.
This is gonna get weird really fast. I got an 18, which is your AC. It's gonna be a hit. I got a 12, which is a miss. A 10, which is a miss. A 16, which is the match. You reflex save on one of them. 14 and a 19. Alright, so I'll take half on 1 and full on 2.
I'm knocked out.
Yeah, probably. That's gonna be 7 damage total.
Yeah.
Alright, lucky for you, the farmer's gonna get worried when you don't come back in a few minutes. He's gonna come out with his gun, fire, and scare off the snakes and rescue you from the paddies, drag you out of the water.
I'm not dead yet.
Oh, you're not dead. He drags you back to the farm, lets you dry off in the barn and heal up. So you're resting in some hay with your camel there. You're not going to die or anything. Luckily, the farmer's able to stabilize you. You rest another hour, you'll have 1 HP. Farmer will inform you owe him 1 gold for sleeping in his barn.
I'll set those snakes on fire.
Or if you want to take it out of your pay, if you want to go take care of those goblins.
I'll give him a gold.
He'll say if you need to rest a little bit longer, you're welcome to stay another couple of hours.
I asked him if he's got any meat. I'm willing to pay for it.
He's got some dried meat that he traded with one of his friends. He can sell you some of that, 5 pieces for 1 gold.
Okay.
Take a nap, you buy some dried meat.
Yeah, I give him the gold for the sleeping there and for the. And I say thank you. And I shuffle off kind of embarrassed.
Grab Bessie and take her out with you.
I take her out with me and I give her one of the pieces of meat.
Okay.
And then I go back out to the spot where.
Bessie will eat anything, I guess, so. Not a picky eater, that camel.
Oh, no. I go towards the south where the snakes are.
Alright, so you take Bessie towards the south end of the rice paddy.
I stop short of where I got attacked.
It's dark out again because you slept most of the day. Are you walking through the paddies or around the side?
Around the side.
Alright, so you're not in the water this time, you're on the land.
Yeah.
Just on the edge of the paddies, though.
I got low light vision.
It's dark, so you can't see very well, but you can see better than most humans could in this area with starlight and stuff.
I want to see if my camel.
You want to use your camel to track the snakes. Is that what you're saying? Because if you want to do that, you need to roll a handle animal to get your camel to track it, and then if you roll high enough, you can roll a perception for your camel.
I'll just try to perceive it myself by smelling.
Alright, you whip out your own snaz, roll a perception check for yourself.
Natural 20.
Yeah, you remember the smell? Those things almost killed you last night. You smell that stink again.
Put my tail blade back on my tail.
You remember that when you encountered the nest last night, there were about 7 of these creatures in the nest.
After 2 pieces of that meat out in the middle of the patty, you lure them out.
Within a matter of rounds, so 3 seconds or so, 3 goblin snakes come out, quickly devour the meat. You see their heads just bob out of the patty and dive at the piece of jerky floating. You can roll for initiative if you want to do something right now about it. And a natural 20 for them, though. I gotta put this dice in my player bag instead of my DM bag.
23.
Hi, even though I got a natural 20, you got 23 much, you go first. But just know that you can tell right away they're trying to dodge underwater, and if you don't do anything right now, they're gonna escape.
Slice that with my sharp claw. 14.
I get a reflex save, but it is a hit. And my reflex is only an 11, which is probably lower than your dex total.
15.
Yeah, so I take full damage from this hit.
3.
As it dives back underwater, as do its brethren, they dash back down and swim away.
Then take out torch. Light it.
Yeah, with a survival check in flint and steel.
19.
You were successfully able to light a torch, which right away attracts back the 3 goblin snakes that were fleeing. Pop their heads back up and they're now coming your direction.
Handle animal like Bessie. Forward is Bessie.
Alright, roll handle animal to call Bessie forward 5 feet and have it spit at one of the snakes.
Bessie. 9.
Bessie seems hesitant to get in the patty water.
Promise her a treat later.
Alright, handle animal to promise a treat if she does it.
20. Not natural.
Alright, thanks with that, she'll move forward 5 feet. So as she's doing this, the 3 goblin snakes come for you. As Bessie steps her feet in the water, one lunges at you with a 19 versus your AC, a 7, 12. Only one probably hits you.
Yeah.
And do 6 damage though.
I'm out again.
Alright, Bessie's still there. What's Bessie do?
Yeah, why doesn't she spit on you?
Well, she can spit now or she can do something to help you. She's at that place where she has to decide which one she wants to do.
I don't want her to drag me away. I just want to kill one snake. Or pick me up and take me away. Put the back of my shirt.
And drag you. Yeah, have Bessie roll a strength check to pull you out of the patties, away from the goblin snakes.
19.
Pulls you out of the patties, you drop your torch, which extinguishes in the water, and the goblin snakes swim away, and you dry out there on the edge of the patties, with Bessie watching over you, spitting at anything that comes near the rest of the night. You rest there and recover, hoping your next hunt goes better. Meanwhile, back on the demon ship, Captain Bekefo has just had a delicious meal, as Karam's soul was trapped in the belly of the ship, in that layer of hell that is the demon ship's stomach, and the demons there have captured and devoured Karam, staining the demon ship for 36 days. So for 36 days, you don't have to worry about taking that minus for being hungry because you ate such a good soul. Normal souls only hold you over for 6 days, but a good soul like a paladin like that'll hold you over for 36 days. You bought yourself a little over a month's time.
Can I pick Arok up and be like, oh! I just want to spin him around.
You guys are having a grand old time. Unbeknownst to you, the ghost of your former friend Eriku is moving around also down here in the bottom layer of the ship, witnessing all of this, although you can't see her, she can see you guys celebrating the deaths of Karam and Eriku.
Floating around, I'm an angry shimmer. There's a heavy atmosphere to the room because of my soul.
Oh, it's a pretty heavy atmosphere.
Yeah. Plus it stinks like rotting god flesh.
You're just adding to it.
I make the wind blow cold.
Alright, you guys feel a chill in the back of your neck. The temperature down here drops a few degrees, which is weird because it's usually really hot down here.
I shiver and pull Arok close to me. It's kind of like, yo,
I howl like I don't care.
Yeah, you guys don't hear anything. And within 6 seconds, the temperature regulates back to a nice, warm, furnace-y temperature like it normally is down here. It's just a quick chill.
that clean was enough to bring me out of my fulfillment from Delicious Old dance, and I set Arok down.
I went straight to my clothes.
And I look at
business.
I look at the frame. I look at Arok, and I'm just lost. Two of our friends just now.
They went in willingly.
I have this feeling in my heart, and then I'm gonna look at my bone flesh, and I'm gonna be like, or where my heart should be.
That's somebody's heart, it's just not yours. Somebody's heart's in
I
there.
pull out that heart, and I look at it. I think I'm evil. And then I put my heart back in my chest, and I'm like, wanna go through their shit?
I was waiting for either you to leave or mention that before I did. So yes.
Alright, you guys look through the bags you took back out of the furnace?
I'm gonna go through Eriku's bag. What's inside of it?
Oh, a water skin, a 5x5 fishing net,
My damn, Erik.
Oh man.
4 uses of red paint,
It's just
What's your
blood.
favorite
It's blood,
color
yeah.
paint?
2 paintbrushes, half a foot of boar hide coat, paint all over it, and also a stolen coat. I think originally 2 days of rations, a bear trap, gave you that trigger trap, 4 meat rations, 1 more hide, 3 eyeballs. I have a cup for some reason.
Still a cup from the Vishkanyans.
I have a bunch of just boar teeth and
4 boar teeth, because that's all they have.
dagger.
So I would like teeth, eyeballs,
Eyeballs were her favorite.
the painted coat. That's it.
Alright,
That's
let
one.
Arog take the rest or leave it lying there on the ground.
Can I give the red paint and brushes to the closest crew member I could quickly find
The
downstairs?
only one down here is the guard.
Okay, I give it to him, and I'm like, expand your horizon.
Alright, you're the captain, so he's gonna start using this paint to paint stuff on the walls here, outside the prison walls, outside the bars.
Is that cool? Do you want that? Doesn't matter. Don't care. I'm evil.
I have 2 pouches of poison. I have a rat trap. A mole hide. It's like really rotten. Ugh. I have a blowgun. I think I would have like 48 darts.
Can I have those?
Oh, go for it. Yeah.
I would like the blowgun and dart.
I have a kukri.
I'm gonna tuck the blowgun into my knife.
If we get rats, I would like to just keep it in memorial.
Can I go the stomach? The
You can, but at this point, most you would find would be the handles would be gone. You might find the blade if you go digging around a flame.
Maybe I'll make something with that and remember Erica with it. Get that blade.
Yeah, can I communicate with this ship since I know it's like true nature now, like enough to just have it open?
I mean, it's your ship. It'll open for you if you wanted to.
We'll do it collectively. They're doing mine.
Alright, yeah, your sphincter opens.
Can I perception for this axe or anything else I see? What do my demon eyes
There's
see?
skulls.
Do I have to pretend like I went for my axe?
28.
24.
Alright, you just saw him rifle through your thing, so you see him going back in for more.
I screech as a ghost, just a whisper, and the wind blows softly cold.
And you guys spot the end of the axe and the ashy remains of your former friends in the fires about 30 feet away from the furnace entrance.
Can I grab the axe with one hand and then put like a little tight fistful of Ericu ash in my other hand?
Another demon fast approaches as you're doing this.
I would like to quickly run out and shut the furnace.
I was gonna
Alright, reflex save to dive out of your anus and shut the furnace for the other demon to escape with you.
12.
Alright, unfortunately, looks like a demon's gonna follow you out.
Oh shit. Okay. As the demon comes out, can I, in character, go, about the demon, and I throw Erica's tiny little coat over my shoulders onto my back. So that says now hired on the back. Perfect. It says exterminator on the back. And I'll tie it around my neck a little bit. Tuck it into my neck a little bit so it stays.
You tuck a jacket into your neck flap.
Is the axe usable?
It's just the head of an axe, no handle. Maybe like toss it. Well, yeah, you can hold it. It's hot, but you have fire resistance, so it doesn't burn you. You can swing it as just a piece of metal, basically.
With the ash in my other hand, I would like to smear it over the front of my face in Druid language.
Druidic,
I want to say.
Hooty hoo for Eriku. Alright, roll for initiative. This other demon dives out of the furnace behind you. I got a 15.
Got a 6.
Mine's 15.
That's 24.
Alright, I got a 15, so it looks like I'll let all you guys go before it, since we tied Bakefo, so you guys can all go before this thing. But you do see it diving out behind Bakefo.
While, like, kind of laughing in excitement for what's about to happen. Draw my axe, like, just go at it.
You come with this other large demon with horns. It's a horned demon, wings, wielding a whirring barbed chain, wearing a crown of thorns.
26.
He giggles.
Oh god. I think that's
This
gonna
demon that's come out of the hole.
I'm like, terrible demon. That was a really badass roll for my part, so.
So I go into a ghost rage. I attack Hotman with my natural lance because that's all I got as a ghost. That's just a 15. I hug him.
You pass right through him. Probably means he can't hit you either, though.
Can I possess him?
You can try. Would you like to try that on this turn? Will contest. I got a 22.
I got a 12.
You do not succeed, and you cannot try again for 24 hours on this particular demon.
I would like to please call 100 armed crew members.
They start funneling down this turn. One at a time, though. There's only one ladder, so it'll be one guy per turn, so I'll let him try to attack before anything else happens. I rolled a 19 for him, but it's still too much. This tickles this devil who laughs.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna lean back and just like real like evil demon, like barbecue sauce throwback, and try to like make eye contact with this demon, and like I'm like super big smile laughing, and I like slowly raise my barbecue sauce pot arm up, and I'm just like, brother from the demon later! And I just like throw the barbecue sauce near him wildly.
Alright, so you splash barbecue sauce all around.
I don't make it to him.
Yeah, if you want to roll a BAB plus Dex to throw it, see how close you throw it to him, I'll allow that.
Yeah, I'm aiming to 9.
Yeah, Yeah, it hits the ground before reaching him, but still splashes everywhere.
Heard a popsicle down.
The floor is now slippery with sauce. The demon is going to grab the guy that just came downstairs. I got a 43, a 23, 31. He, with his unholy spiked chain, rips the guy that just joined you, your new troop, just rips his body asunder into many bits, into just a bloody mush.
Damn. I say that in character out loud. The hand thing like this to Arog, and I'm like, can I try to talk to this dude real quick? I'm gonna say that to Arog. I'm like, can I see what if I'm talking to this guy?
I'm like in the middle of swinging, and then I just go.
Yeah, that's she's the captain. Yeah.
I'm like, no, bro, you good?
You have to serve you.
And I like point at myself,
He scratches his head.
and I put my hand on my hip and lean back again and go, sir. I look at the demon, I'm like, what's your greatest desires? And I pick up the Barbie.
I wish to kill every member of your crew that refuses to join the dark side.
I mean, it sounds like we're on the same side.
I look at Arog, and I shrug. I look at you and I shrug. You shrug back. I look back at the demon, and I'm like, make them fucking evil, let's do this.
I put my axe away.
Alright.
And I'm like, wait. We have to have this first, though. I think this is occasion for a speech. And then I turn towards the exit, and I'm like, and a feast.
Call off the guys from coming downstairs and tell them all to head upstairs for a feast.
Yeah.
Big misunderstanding, guys.
Right.
It's okay. Just go back upstairs.
I possess the nearest person. Can I do that real quick?
You can do that. You can try to. Alright, roll a will contest versus the nearest person. I got an 18.
I got a 20 not natural, so I possess this person for...
Alright, for 6 seconds. Eric takes over the body of one of the crew members for 6 seconds. Probably the guard. As you guys are climbing up the stairs, Eric takes over the stair guard.
I hear this horrible shrill screech, and I, jump for whatever weapon he has.
You're the stair guard.
He's got a dagger.
I stab the person closest.
Roll initiative versus Arog.
I got a 20 not natural.
17.
Alright, looks like you're gonna try to swing at Arog one time, Eriku.
So I have my dagger, and as I screech, bring the dagger down, I reach up and rip the necklace off that he's wearing with a 25.
Does that hit you, Arog?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, so do your damage, Eriku.
11 damage.
Damn.
Take that, Arog.
Got you, bro.
I'm raging, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm also shrieking while this is happening.
I also ripped the guard's necklace off.
So you've got the necklace in one hand, dagger in the other, and as this happens, you also lose control of the body, so this guy regains control of his body. Totally confused what just happened to himself.
Oh, I fucking hit him. I hit him with my axe. Fuck that shit. You don't just stab me randomly, Benzagore.
Alright, roll the attack versus this guy.
Damn, as I leave the body, I'm just cackling.
I rolled a natural 1 on that attack.
Alright, so you fall off the ladder when you try to swing back at this guy. Roll a reflex save.
Well, 13.
Alright, you'll take 4 damage falling off the ladder there.
Oh, I just feel real dumb down there when I hit the ground.
Then you can pick yourself back up.
A little extra.
The guard looks really confused and he drops his dagger and has his hands up, looks at you down on the ground. It's like, my bad, man, I don't know what happened.
I'm gonna point my axe at him and be like, what the fuck was that? As blood pours out of a gaping wound in my foresight.
Can I possess Arog now?
You may.
I possess Arog now.
Will contest.
I got an 18.
I got a 3.
Well, there you go.
I possess Arog and I swing at the guard. I got 12.
Alright, you missed the guard with the axe, but you did try to swing on him now, Arog.
I make Arog fart really loud.
And then you regain control of your body, Arog, confused with what just happened.
Well, this happened, I stayed for a while. And after Arog misses hitting this guy, I also am screeching. And continually, I would like to just smash my hand as hard as I can into his face. The guy that you possessed the first time.
Oh,
the guard.
Alright.
The dog.
You can do
Like
that.
a bug on a wall, just as hard.
So is that an attack on him? You trying to hit him in the face?
Yeah, like that.
Alright, roll attack on this guy's face.
19?
Oh yeah, you hit the guy in the face.
4.
4 face damage to the guy. He gets a bloody nose. This guy's still he backs up and says, sorry, Captain. I don't know what happened. Yeah, the guard's still acting very confused. He's still apologizing to you and Arog. Arog now looks confused as well. Do you see your body doing these things? You just don't know why. For 6 seconds, you're out of control of your body. You witness everything that happened. You just don't know why you did it. Yeah.
You farted.
I just giggle. I don't know. I'm kind of okay, something screwy's going on down here. Are we cool? Benzagore? Menzigor, we cool?
Yeah, Menzigor's cool. He's like, my bad, man. I don't know what came over me.
Something dumb has happened down here.
Yeah.
Down here before.
Well,
I like the place.
That's it. Everyone else went upstairs due to the captain's orders.
alright, I go upstairs.
Oh, I'm
Can I face through the ceiling?
Yeah, you can roll a fly check or wisdom check to fly through the ceiling.
You're gonna haunt the entire Trinity. Everyone.
17.
Alright, you fly up. Yeah. Well, you fly very slowly. You're like, you say woo, you go like inch by inch, very, very slowly. You're like, woo! He's like slowly.
I'm like kicking my legs out like Beetlejuice.
But by the time you get up there, they are, all running around preparing a meal. There's a bunch of guys greeting the new demon that's just joined the crew. Who introduces himself as Blaine the Demon.
I would still like to try to kill the guard that initially stabbed my friend.
Alright, so while everyone else is upstairs preparing food and Eriku's slowly floating up, you climb back downstairs to deal with the guard.
Yeah, I just want to snap him. Oh, as the captain, I can tell the guard to come to me.
Alright, the guard will come upstairs to you, and now no one is guarding the furnace room.
I would like to telepathically, like someone I have a very strong connection with, not like friendship-wise, but just like mentally their loyalty is mine. I would like to tell them to go guard the furnace.
That's pretty much anybody on the ship.
Okay,
You just swap out guards, basically.
Shift change, and that new guy goes down there, and then I would just like to try to snap this guy's neck real quick.
The galley and the bunks and the shower.
Right outside the stairways, right by the kitchen.
Alright, meet you in the galley.
I can make my crewmen see things. Okay, I would like them to see this guard as a giant chicken.
Alright, you force the crew to see him as a giant chicken.
Pick up this chicken by its neck, whip it.
Alright, you whip the chicken. I'll let you kill this guy and serve him as tonight's dinner, no problem.
Barbecue chicken tonight, yo!
Alright, you guys eat the old guard.
Ooh, I want his necklace.
I say that to Arog, who's sitting next to me, enjoying this.
Alright.
Delicious!
Arog goes and takes the Everwake amulet. So when you put on the new amulet that you just have taken off this young man, an eyeball on the amulet opens,
Oh, that's cool.
and now you no longer need sleep.
Nice.
You can still rest to heal, but you don't need to sleep just because you're tired anymore. You can't use this power until you've worn this amulet for a total of 7 nights. And once you have worn this amulet for 7 days, the amulet loses power for 1 day, and you're exhausted for 1 day. So then of a week you'll be exhausted, but then after that you don't have to sleep except once a week, basically. If you ever remove the amulet for any reason, you become exhausted for hours for every night of sleep you skip. So for up to 7 hours you could be exhausted. But also, unfortunately, this amulet is cursed. When you put on the amulet, it creates the delusion that you are now the guardian of the furnace. You will now feel obligated to guard the furnace now that you're wearing the amulet. So even though Bakefo is assigned another guard, you'll feel like it's your responsibility to make sure the furnace is safe.
I'll guard it well.
That means you're going to want to stay on the bottom level of the ship as much as possible.
That's okay.
And it changes your alignment to evil automatically.
Evil. Nice.
Welcome, you're both evil now.
You have the desire to feed living creatures to the furnace.
And I feel highly motivated to delegate the task of guarding Butthole.
You can, but you'll feel personally responsible because of your delusion to check on it as often as possible.
Okay,
It'd be
fine.
hard for you to spend more than 4 hours away from downstairs.
Alright, I'm gonna start building a security for the downstairs butthole. That's what we're calling that?
Yeah. Kevin's already assigned 1 new guard. Know that any new guards you assign do need to rest, so you'll have to switch them out very often, and you would still feel obligated to check in every 4 hours.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that, because I was going to implement it on the
I got
anyway,
control
so
of that.
you have that
I got it on
for 4
top.
hours. I telepathic the whole crew, like a message, like boom, boom, boom.
I'm the security fucking officer around here.
I find a large book.
Well, there's a large group of people eating a man right now, so...
Yeah, I go to that group.
You're up in there while they're all feasting on this man's barbecue sauce slathered body.
Possess the first person in front of me.
Roll a will contest. I got an 18.
I got a 10, so I give up on that possession. Can I try it again?
You may, I'm a different guy. I got a 20 that time, not natural.
I got an 11.
Yeah,
How many
like that
guys am I
too.
looking at?
I mean, their whole crew is like 100 guys, so...
I'm trying another one real quick. That one might even worse.
I got a 13 that time, so...
Yeah, I got a 7, so I'm just gonna lay back for a second.
Also, Blaine has started questioning the crew, and anyone that refuses to be evil, he's just making them into mush. So you're getting some of your crew's getting grinded into pulp right now there, Bakefo. Anyone that refuses to become evil.
I'm going to be like, Blaine, 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 Blaine. Kind of like Captain Morgan onto this bench
It's
table.
on a console.
Do we have drinks? Can I have a drink? I have a drink.
Yeah, someone will bring you a drink.
I snap my fingers for someone from my crew to bring me a rolled cigar if it's available.
Oh, it is.
It's
From your private
then
collection in your
Blaine-
room. Someone goes to your room and grabs you a cigar.
I go, Blaine, Blaine, Blaine. And I put my arm around Blaine. I walk over to him and I'm like, why don't we kill like every other crew member that doesn't agree and the rest of them we put in the jail and we can feed it the furnace. And I like poke him with my cigar hand like,
I mean, I would agree, but that's the reason I came. Your cells are full.
of the meat.
Yeah, of the meat.
Yeah, I think I'm poking with I look kind of like away from Blaine, and I'm like, God, about this. I would like to instruct my crew, form a line all the way up to top of the ship, like 1, 2, go, 7 dwarves and up and out.
Like toss some god meat just into the ocean, chum the water.
Yeah, like leaving a trail in the ocean.
You still need to eat. I mean,
I hear Lieutenant Arrowhawk.
Good advice.
We would like to fill a freezer in the galley. Other stuff about top.
Not as much room in the galley as there is in the prisons to hold all this meat.
I put my head in my
You can empty out a number of cells, though. Like, you could pick a number of cells to empty out so you have room for non-evil crew members.
make everyone sleep with a hunk.
I like that. Evil Arrowhawk. Okay, I'm gonna leave a little bit of Gaudi in each of the cells as like benches / storage, and then just like decorate it a little bit, you know?
Alright, so you're gonna toss out some of the god flesh, but leave some in it as like furniture.
Yes, / eating when we're not eating. Yeah, and then Blaine's cool with just killing like every other one. And
Blaine will set an example and kill every other non-evil crew member and then jail the rest. They'll be under your new guard patrols as headed by Guard Master Arog.
I would like to stand up on one of the tables, and any of my crew members that have instruments, I would like them to give me just a nice little like subtle pub backup music soundtrack in the
There's
corner.
enough people around with flutes of some kind to play some sort of like flute trio song.
I hold up my glass. I put my hand on Arog's shoulder. I'm like, from now on, there will be shift schedules of only 4 hours a day. Life will be a breeze. You can be evil with me. And I just want to just like real pitch to them, like, I'm not gonna make it, but I don't want to lose you guys.
Alright, diplomacy or intimidate, whichever you prefer.
You're my family. Become evil. Join the dark side. And together, we will pillage every island nation we come across, especially spiritually good ones. Because I'm evil now. I'm here back to the dogs. Join me in becoming evil. Yeah. We're gonna go with intimidate. Oh, it's the same. It's bad as diplomacy. It's a 0 because I got a 2 and my diplomacy is -2.
I mean, you seem to gather that the crew will do whatever you say, whether or not they like it. Right now, they're all terrified of you and Blaine. Maybe they're not enthusiastic about it, but they will obey orders.
I just been floating around listening to this for a while.
Yeah, you've been ghosting.
Angry floating, and I just like realized how like angry I am because I'm dead and I'm still not evil. And everybody else is getting turned evil, and that just like makes me rage and I possess someone.
Alright, you possess one of these new evil guys. Roll a will contest. Only got a 6 that time.
Possess the guy next to him real quick. Yeah, 19.
Only got a 9 that time, so you are able to possess one guy next to that guy for 6 seconds.
Okay, in this 6 seconds, I'm gonna look down. I'm holding like fork and a knife or whatever, and so then I take the fork and the knife and I stab it in the guy that I failed possessing just then. Face.
Roll the attack to stab the guy.
I got a natural 20.
We'll say it's a fork and spoon. They both break flesh, so roll the damage on that.
10 damage with a spoon and a fork in the face.
Alright, so you just witnessed one of your crew members do massive damage to another crew member's face for absolutely no reason while you're giving this speech, McFO. One, like, stabs the guy in the head with a fork and, like, spoons out an eyeball. The guy's gonna need an eye patch now. Yeah. Everyone claps because the captain wants them to.
Mock me further, and I just like screech howl, and it just sounds like a whisper wind.
Blaine, having completed his task of turning your entire crew evil and locking up the rest, asks if he can return to your Hellbelly. Do you need me around for anything else, or can I go back to Hellbelly now? It's kind of chilly out here.
I blow against Bane's neck.
You feel that? It's like, check your thermostat. It's like way cooler in the ship than it should be.
I like lower my eye at who you think you are coming on my ship and talk about my thermostat setting. Like what he talked about, because I have not felt the cold wind onto the back. I just like look at him for a minute. I'm like, you don't want to stay here and party with us, bro?
He's like, really, the longer I stay here, the more I just want to kill the rest of your crew.
I shake his hand.
Pleasure doing business. If you need me, you got my number. I'll be in that butthole. You just call me.
I'll come back out in 24 hours and see what happens.
I tell him I'll check him later.
Alright, Blaine out. Blaine reopens the butthole with his demon claws and climbs back in.
As he leaves, I go, Blaine!
Blaine out. You have the ship all to yourselves again. Only your most dedicated crew members. Everyone that's thinking about revolting is now locked up.
I want to possess a person standing next to the person I just stabbed in the face.
The other side of him?
I got a 16.
I rolled a 17. You're unable to take over the next guy as all that goes on.
I'm upset about it.
You guys now only have a few weeks left of journey till you get back to the larger dinosaur island, south of the Snake Island. I think was your next destination to get your bearings.
I would like to go up to the Periscope area.
I'm basically just gonna be following the Kefo around.
Yeah,
every
I think
now and
you're. I think you're first mate now, so I think you get the room next to Bekefo's upstairs, and like you're top dog currently. I think.
I'm gonna like pause in the hallway and like look at Arab and be like, I really do friends though, and it really sucks that like they're not around. So go back to the docks with us, and then I look at Arab.
This whole time I've been on and off haunting the guy I stabbed in the face.
Like
Just,
whispering in his ear and stuff, and like blowing his hair.
terrorizing
being
him.
obnoxious.
I would mainly haunting him.
Can I see what time of day it is outside?
I try and possess the Kefo.
You have to fly back upstairs, so roll me a fly check to do that while Bekefo's looking on the periscope. Only perception set Bekefo is you look at the periscope to see what time of day it is.
19.
It's dark outside as you up periscope. There's not much to look at.
Alright, yeah, and we're heading north, right? Towards Dinosaur Island?
Sort of northwest, but yeah, more west than north.
Can I float outside of the submarine?
You can float anywhere you want, you're a ghost. I know if you float outside a submarine and it like keeps moving one direction, it'll be hard for you to catch back up with it.
Oh shit. I would like to post someone in the navigation area to make sure we're still going towards the Dino Island landmass, and I would like them to alert if they see any land.
They don't expect, like I said, don't expect to hit land for another couple weeks.
Well, damn. Is there a way to check out what's beneath us?
No, water. You know, without going outside and like going underneath the submarine. No, there's no underneath periscope.
Get the aquarium and then those little bubble windows.
Yeah, no glass floors, nothing like that. Every couple of hours, Era goes and checks on the guard and the meat and the prisoners downstairs, make sure everything's fine. Roll a perception check when you go downstairs to check on everything, Erog.
That is a 5.
Erog doesn't notice when he's downstairs checking on things, so he goes down there but doesn't notice what's going on, I guess, with the prisoners. Turns to tell you that everything seems fine to him.
Okay, can I go find the guy I stabbed in the face?
Yeah, you can go around with a perception check or knowledge local to find the guy you stabbed in the face.
Is he still hurt? I got a natural 20.
Yeah, he's still hurt, but someone's affixed an eye patch for him. He's laid up in a bunk with a new eye patch.
Is there someone close by?
Yeah, the guy that stabbed him earlier who's like apologizing for stabbing him earlier.
The guy who's apologizing have any weapons on him?
He's got his dagger.
I possess the guy apologizing.
I will say for will contest.
I got a 14.
I got a 13, so it actually works that time.
I take him over and I grab his dagger and I stab the guy in the face again.
Roll for initiative. I got a 21 for initiative.
I got 18.
Alright, I got an 18 CMB to disarm you versus your CMD. You drop the weapon. You like hit your wrist. You're still swinging at him, but you hit your wrist and you drop the weapon.
Oh, I leave the body.
Why'd you try to stab me? And the guy's like, I don't know what I was doing. Picks up his knife and apologizes.
I howl with laughter.
It's like, maybe I really am evil now. I don't know.
Yes!
And I try to possess the guy who has the eye patch.
Oh, I rolled really low. I only got an 8.
I got a natural 20.
Alright, you take over that guy. No problem.
Do you have a weapon?
Yeah, he's got a dagger and a sword. A rapier.
I take out the rapier. And I
Alright.
slash the guy. Yeah, I get down from the bunk all like casually, and then I swing at the guy apologizing for attacking me. I attack him with the rapier. I'm in a rage now at this point. I got 25.
Oh, that's a hit.
That's 11 damage.
Alright, so you slice up the guy's back pretty good as he's walking away from you.
That's really all I can do, I think.
And he's like, what the hell? As you leave that body and the guy like drops his sword. He's like, I don't know. Maybe I was just angry at you for maybe stabbing me. Maybe I am evil too. And they like hug each other and bond over maybe both being evil now. We're evil! They cry.
I hover above them and I laugh like an anime mean girl.
We really are evil now. They don't understand what's going on.
I would like to go harass the prisoners.
Oh, can I do something for
Sure,
that?
You're the captain.
Oh yeah.
You can go
I
harass the prisoners.
call Aaron to me and I cure his light wound. Don't you have a wound on your chest?
I have I wouldn't call it light, but I do have a wound.
Can I use my cure light wound?
You may.
Full?
Yeah.
I do that. 3.
Evil white magic.
Alright, feel slightly refreshed.
After feeling slightly refreshed, you go hassle the prisoners.
Yeah, I'm gonna crawl down there and I'm gonna go to the first cell.
I'm gonna go with him. I'm smoking another cigar.
Alright, you take another cigar from your secret stash. Smoke it.
I don't have the barbecue sauce anymore. I've moved on.
Yeah, that's all over the ground now, so. But you do go visit the prisoners. Roll a perception check.
I got a 19!
I got 27.
Alright, Bridget is leading a revolt amongst your prisoners about the service at this resort. Apparently it's not up to her standards. This resort is not nice enough.
I'm crying.
I gasped because I 100% forgot Bridget was down there with
It was always kind of in the back of my head, but yeah.
I forgot about that.
Can we say I came to look
The
for
prisoners do seem mad. I mean, usually the prisoners are pretty complacent because they're under the illusion that everything's fine. But these prisoners seem like upset people at a resort. Like, they want to complain to management, they want to fill out comment cards. It's a light revolt. They don't have any weapons, they are in prison. But they seem angry and not as complacent as they would normally be in your prison.
Bridget, we've decided to give you a room upgrade.
Ooh. Alright,
Yeah.
diplomacy on room upgrade. She'll like that idea, I'm sure. Don't roll bad.
17.
She's enticed. Tell her more about this room upgrade.
There's a spa on your level. Your room has a king-size bed of the most amazing quality you've ever slept on, Bridget. Let me tell you, and I puff my cigar at her, real like smoke ringing, and maybe there's some like evil barbecue-y magic in there somewhere.
Your breath still smells like barbecue sauce, yeah.
Some barbecue. I lean in and I'm like, and compliment bar.
She likes to drink, so with the diplomacy check, she might go along with this.
Well, that diplomacy was a 2.
Alright, she needs guarantees, not just for her, for everyone else. She's not the only person here that has a problem. She wants to guarantee that all of the rest of these guests get the same treatment she gets.
I very subtly, just only scout, it's like, no deal. Bye, and I start to walk away.
Alright, intimidation check. Or bluff, whichever one you're trying to bluff her out or intimidate her into falling for it.
14.
Is that bluff or intimidate?
I went with bluff. I mean, they're both -2 for me, but I'm really not trying to intimidate her. I'm trying to poke her face in as much as possible.
Alright, I rolled a 13 sense motive for her, so she's gonna sort of buy it. She'll be like, wait. She's like, how
I stop.
about me and my jacuzzi buddy, Jin?
I want a perception. 23.
It's an elderly Vishkanyan.
I lean up to the cage and I tell Bridget, I'm chewing my flesh in the game. I'm like eating some
You're
of
like
my...
biting some of your own cheek, because that cheek meat would be good.
That was so good. I'm like, Bridget. I'm like, I've been on the guy too. I'm like, Bridget, what I'll do just for you. You know, I love you. I like run my finger along the bar. I will give Jen a room. You don't have to tell her that it's not as big and luxurious as yours is.
Diplomacy.
7.
Alright, she wants Jin to get the same exact treatment she gets. Either Jin gets a deluxe room and she gets a deluxe room, or no deal.
Okay, I mean, you guys are gonna have to share a room, then it's only one of them, and that means you're gonna have to share the jacuzzi.
Alright, diplomacy.
I heard Jen farts.
And I'll jacuzzi building.
16.
They're already jacuzzi buddies, so she likes the idea. Eriku, if you want to roll a fly check to be there, if you beat 15, you could have been there.
12.
Only your feet are in that part of the ship right now. So, like, your ghost boots are hanging down there, but nothing else.
I tell Bridget she's got me cornered, and I'll give her and Jen both really good room. If she stops this revolt down here on this level of the resort.
She'll agree to that.
Tell them that all gonna be great, and that they're gonna all get complimentary cocktails.
Alright, you give everyone in prison gets free cocktails, and Jin and Karam's mother, Bridget, get private suites.
Yes.
Alright, so you're letting them out of this prison cell to take them somewhere else?
Yes.
Alright, you get the guard that's on duty right now to unlock the cell.
Send one of the guys over. One of the keys.
Arog does his duty, supervises the key into the door process.
I'll watch it so close.
Yeah, nods his head as they let him out.
I would like to present Jin to Arog and be like, please show this guest our most comfortable, warmest room.
I think Arog, even without a sense motive, gets that one.
Oh, yes. Right this way.
And I take Bridget upstairs. I don't want
Alright.
to get her out.
You take Bridget upstairs to just the bunks where everyone else sleeps.
Yeah.
Alright, you give Bridget a worker bunk like she's one of your crew members, even though she's not. Meanwhile, Arog feeds someone to the furnace.
Yep.
She's gonna
My
fight.
guys open the door for
So
her.
roll for initiative. So some of your guys are gonna burn their hands. One of the guards is gonna burn their hands, open the door for you.
That's
It's
fine.
open for 6 seconds. Roll for initiative with this lady. And an 18.
I have a 13.
Alright, Olida gets to go first. He's gonna try to acrobatics behind you, like jump behind you to be. I got a 21, so she's able to like leap over you somehow, and now she's behind you. So now you're closer to the furnace than she is.
Kill that bitch, get it.
Get it.
Yeah. Oh, how long does it take me to get down there? Oh, yeah.
Probably another minute. 10 rounds.
Oh.
You're not great at flying yet. You're like a slow loading JPEG, basically.
Well, did I notice everyone go back upstairs?
Because you're like halfway between the two, you might notice, you notice the coming and goings of the stairs as you're like in between two levels.
I go back up.
Alright, so you slowly start floating back up at the same pace. You strain and try as hard as you can to float up. Meanwhile, Arog's beating up an old lady, or trying to.
Oh, I'm kicking this old lady's ass.
Alright.
Okay, so I've got my buckler on my offhand and my axe in the other. I am going going to charge this and fucking smack her with my spiked buckler.
It's a CMB to charge.
That is at 18.
That's up to hit an old lady.
6 damage. I get 2 attacks, and then I hit her with my axe.
Alright, roll it.
Well,
It's a miss with your axe, unfortunately. She's gonna dive for the ladder, trying to follow Bakeffa and her friend up the ladder. But I only rolled a 7 acro, so she just kind of lunges for it and misses. She's like reaching for the ladder. She has no weapon to defend herself, so she's defenseless. You can see her back. She's like grasping for the ladder, calling out for her friend.
And I fucking swing my axe into her back while she's trying to climb this ladder. 25.
That's a hit.
That's 6 more damage.
The old lady tries to climb, but I only rolled an 8, so she's unable to climb more than 5 or 8 feet of the ladder. She's unable to get all the way up, so you can still grab her ankles and fight her.
I would like to grab her ankle and yank her the fuck.
Alright, CMB to yank her down.
It's 19.
Alright, that works, and I fail my reflex save, so she is knocked unconscious by that fall. Not dead, but just unconscious.
I never let go of her ankle, and I start dragging her toward the furnace.
Alright, you drag her towards her unconscious body towards the furnace.
Hey, open the door. I'm gonna hook this old lady in there.
Alright, so you're ordering this guy to open the door. You're now first mate, so you now have the ability to give orders. So this guy's going to take some fire damage to his own hand to open the furnace for you. So whatever guard was on duty right now, he takes 3 fire damage to his hand to open the bullet hole for you, and you toss the guy in unconscious. An old lady gets eaten up by the fire, buying Kefo another 6 days.
I like go in the hallway up against the wall for like a second, and then just like my ash kind of like, there's my chicken.
Meanwhile, in the Dunks, on the southwestern shore near the wall, in a shanty shack very near the docks, a sorcerer named Ivory Zool resides.
I'm an elven sorcerer. I'm from the Spire in the east. My father was a Spire defender, but I like to practice necromancy in my spare time, so my father did not like that.
Illegal to do without a license, and most licenses are hard to obtain. You're now practicing necromancy in secret in a shack that's owned by the merfolk, so you must be friendly with them in some manner. So you're being housed here in this little shack where you're able to practice your dark arts here in secret. Not many people come by here. A few orc fishermen, but as long as you stay out of their way, don't draw attention to yourself. You spend a lot of time experimenting with your necromantic arts. So you often need specimen. You are not necessarily adept at getting the specimen yourself, so you often travel from here to the northeastern part of the city called the Co-op, where there's a hunter's guild, and there they often have bounties for vermin, things like that, things you identify with. You identify with vermin and mold and rot, and while you do worship nature, you worship the decay of nature. Specifically, you go up there searching for parts occasionally, and I think it's about the time of the week you need to go looking for some new either rodents or whatever they got. You pretty much will go and see what they might have and what you can use it for, kind of a thing. It's usually pretty cheap. So would you like to leave your shanty shack?
I will leave my shanty shack.
Alright. Take all your belongings with you, I assume, in your pack?
Yeah, take all my inventory.
So, take everything with you. The shack does not have a lock or anything. Like, it's pretty much just a shed built out of debris. So there's no locking like that. Easily be knocked over by a strong wind. Matter of fact, at high tide, it sort of floods up to your ankles. Not a real fancy place, but a place, like I said, you can hide out. You head through this part of town heavy with orcs. Would you like to stealth through this side of town to avoid the orcs, to be unseen, or do you want to just walk through town, whatever, fuck the orcs? It's kind of your character, but you tell me how you want to get through this side of town.
I'm gonna say, fuck it, I'm gonna walk straight through.
Some orcs from one of the local gangs, the Bloots, immediately as you leave your shanty shack, calls out to you, "Hey elf boy! Hey elf boy!
What do you want?
You got that money you owe me?"
I have no money of yours.
He says, "No, you know you owe me some money. You're gonna give me that money, right?"
All you're going to get
Intimidation check.
11.
Obviously, you're not very intimidating to this orc, who comes up closer to you now. He gets up off of the stoop of his other hovel, larger than yours. Comes up to you. Gets really close in your face. Goes like he's about to shove you. He says, "Oh, you know I'm just messing with you, boy." And he kind of shoves you, like, playfully.
I accept that.
He says, "You better run along when my brother sees you, though."
I'll run along.
Alright.
He seems like a cool orc, dude.
Alright, you run along away from that orc dude. You want to head towards the main road to get out of the way the orc part of town, I assume? Well, before you can get there, you run into the very brother you were told to avoid. I mean, he looks almost identical to the orc that you just left. That's probably why it's hard to tell them apart. So you never know if you're about to get fucked up or not when you run into him. So it's time to roll for initiative. I got a natural 20.
That's gonna be a 6.
Alright, he's definitely gonna go first. He comes at you swinging with his orc fist. That's gonna be an 18 versus your AC, which is, I'm sure, is gonna be a hit because you're a magic user. 5 damage when he punches you, and after taking it, he intimidates you with an intimidation check of a 16. "Where's that money you owe me?"
Like, try to use bluff. I'm gonna say, it's hidden down by my shack. 7.
I got a natural 20 sense motive check for the orc, but his wisdom is not that high. So he's going to half believe you. So he's going to insist that you come with him to go get it.
I'm gonna take him back to the shack.
Right, you escort him back to your shanty shack. You've arrived back at your shanty shack door. He's in front of you. He's like looking around, asking you where. He's kind of like looking back and forth.
As he turns around, I would like to cast Acid Splash.
You have to do a ranged touch attack. You only got to beat a 9 because his touch AC is really low. So
You got 9 plus 1, you got 10.
10 is enough to hit versus touch AC. So 2 damage. The orc swings another punch at you. This time it's going to be a 18 versus your AC, which I'm sure is a hit again. It'll be 5 damage again. You fall unconscious. You can rest 6 hours. You can roll a d6 plus your con modifier.
I'll rest 6 hours.
Are you awake?
One.
All right.
I'm awake.
So you're struggling, you're barely awake, but you're going to wake up because the tide's coming in. You're laying face down in the water and you like kind of cough, you like realize when you wake up. You'll also realize your pack is emptied out beside you. All of your stuff is strewn out, starting to get wet, and your bag of gold is missing.
Hey, you're seeing us!
But you're alive and you're just right next to your shanty shack. It's a harsh world.
Just think, somewhere out there's like a utopia for us where everything's gonna go our way.
So at this point, you are awake but very weak. You can recollect your belongings that you still have and put them back in your pack. You want to skulk back into your hut and rest some more and see how you're feeling after that if you want to go back out again. So you can just, if you want to just continue rest till you have full health, even if you like. You could just say you rest to your ability until you have full health. Decide to go out again. So you rest back up to full HP in your shack and decide to sneak back out again. You could assume, hopefully, whatever you had in your gold bag was enough to appease this guy. Hopefully you didn't know him any more than that. So hopefully he's not looking for you, but you might still want to sneak out past this part of town anyway, just because you know it's kind of a rough side of town. You can roll a stealth check to get to the road.
This time, sneak.
Do it more bold than before.
Now finding this word. It's an 8.
You could tell as you're walking past all these stoops, all the orcs, it's nighttime now, but a lot of orcs stay out late at night, so there's a lot out right now. There's actually big groups of them. You're trying to sneak by. You don't bump into anything or anything, but you can tell they look over and see you tiptoeing through town. I rolled low enough this time that no one comes and bothers you, just kind of let you walk by. So you make it to the main road. You want to head east down the main road and follow the main road north after that? Or do you want to cut through the Donks Forest?
Am I able to see the forest?
You can see the forest from the road, yeah. It's a pretty large forest. It's the only real gathering of trees anywhere in this whole district that you live in. Anywhere else, you'd be lucky to see a shrub, besides the co-op where they grow food.
How does the street look?
It's wide, it's open. You know it is often patrolled by guards. If that's good or bad, I don't know how you feel about guards. That's up to you.
Try to use my long-seeing elven eyes to see further down this road to see if I can make it safely.
Do you want to peer to see if there's any guards on patrol?
Yeah.
Or anything else? Yeah, roll a perception check and see if anyone's on patrol.
It's a 13.
You can see down the road, you don't see any sign of patrol, but you see what looks like a small gathering of people at the southeastern edge of the forest, kind of where the road forks. You can't tell if they're patrol or who they are. They're dressed in dark clothing, but the guards here dress in very dark garb as well, so it's hard to tell if it's just someone in dark clothing or the guard.
Make my way down that road.
Alright, you head that way. When you reach the corner of the road, it is a guard, but he seems to be asleep at his post. So he's leaning up against a tree. You're at the fork in the road now, where you would need to head north past the high east towards the co-op.
Yes.
You don't fuck with the sleeping guard. Alright, you head north, up the road, past your former part of town. You used to live in the high east where your father still lives. Sort of a gated part of the town, gated community. You head past that. When you reach the edge of the co-op, you see on the edge of a farm. Roll me a perception check. 6. Okay. So it's dark. You're making out something. You see something at the edge of this farm. A large animal. It's got humps. You can either choose to investigate or continue on to the Hunter's Guild as you were planning.
I want to pet this camel.
All right, you head closer to the camel. Roll me a perception check as you approach. Rolling 2, camel.
It's a 9.
9. Bessie got a 2.
So you're able to sneak up on this camel even without trying. It's obviously busy doing something else, so you're walking up behind this camel. So you're staring at the camel's ass right now.
I let them know that I'm there.
Okay, is it like a handled animal maybe?
Lightly put my hand on the ass of the camel and ride it down. That'll be a 7.
I don't think your camel's going to feel great about that, but you control the camel. You are the camel, so. This guy just touched your butt, camel.
Bessie immediately flips around. Well, before she flips around, she lets out a little 2 in defense. And then flips around to face Seuss's, thinking it's the goblin stick.
Alright, roll me a perception check when you look around. It's dark and you can't make out. It's definitely a humanoid figure, not anyone you recognize. You're a camel. So it's just all you see is human. But it has startled you a little bit, I'm sure. And you're there defending your master. Roll me another perception check, Ivory. Oh, you still failed to notice the large ratfolk person on the ground. Do you continue to mess with this camel, or do you just continue on to the Hunter's Guild to see what's going on?
I want to look for the master of this camel.
Obviously a domesticated animal. It's got pack on it. It's like it's holding someone's stuff. Roll me another perception check to look closely for an owner nearby. All you gotta do is beat a 10.
5.
You're looking up. I don't think you're looking down. You're just like looking. There's a rice paddy nearby, and you assume maybe the owner is in the rice paddy somewhere, walking around. You're looking for somebody standing up, walking around. You know, probably a human. You don't see one around. At this point, you're going to be startled if you see a giant rat on the ground. Roll a perception check. 4, huh? Yeah. You definitely think your first reaction, it's dark, it's nighttime, your eyes haven't really adjusted apparently. Your immediate response, at least, when you look down, is to think, giant rat. And so you kind of immediately freak out. Although this giant rat doesn't move, so it's either it's passed out or it's dead, and it appears to be wearing human clothing. You want to roll a perception check now, or maybe a knowledge local.
Just keep rolling perception checks until you...
I'm gonna keep scrounging around.
You got a 1 in 20 chance.
Look at his pocket.
15.
A passed out rat folk. You don't see many of these kind. There aren't a whole lot of rat folk around. But a rat-like humanoid carrying some gear on this camel. They are asleep.
I slowly take off my clothing. I have to be nimble through the pockets of this rat creature. I would like to loot it.
Roll me a sleight of hand to try and loot the sleeping rat creature. And that'll be a perception for you, Sin, to see if you notice it and wake up. Oh yeah, so you're pretty weak from, you know, your recent battle with the goblin snakes, but you definitely feel something in your pocket. Maybe you think it's a goblin snake, so you're going to wake up and immediately react, which means I'm going to give you initiative right now, Sin.
I'm gonna use my sharp claws.
Gonna swipe whoever had their hands on you.
Yeah. What the fuck? Who the fuck is this trying to roll the question? 15.
That'll be a hit, so roll that damage there, Sin.
4. See, man, I didn't even hit you. I didn't have time to really react. I just made a noise.
You were looking for anything?
I just got my look.
Yeah, this beat-up rat creature just swiped at you. Still seems pretty weak, but obviously doesn't want you touching things.
I scream. I'm like, what is this fucking creature? Yes, it's okay. What are you doing here?
It's a diplomacy check if I ever heard one.
That's
21.
I'm not dead yet. Why are you touching on me?
What happened to you, strange creature?
Trying to get rid of these damn goblins.
Only a knowledge arcana.
20.
Oh, there we go. Goblin snakes, huh? That was actually something you were hoping to find. It does make a good scent cloak because it smells so bad, but there's rumors that it helps mask scent from the undead, but you just stink.
And it would stink if you didn't tune in next time for more The Other Dungeon.
This episode of Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater was sponsored by our fans and friends on Patreon. Donate today. Keep Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater alive.